Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. My name is Nishi DSouza, and the goal of my dissertation is to create a measure of livability and examine the role it plays in shaping health. You may be asking, what is livability? As a concept, livability has been co-opted primarily for profit and used by real estate and urban development professionals to sell luxury living. However, it's no coincidence that the cities you hear often talked about as the most livable are also the cities that are the most unequal. Racism, discrimination, and classism are woven into our urban fabric, and across the world, you find divided cities. During these divisive times, one of our commonalities with others and a way in which we find unity and community is in how we live, where we work, where we're housed, where we walk, bike, play, worship, shop, etc. The neighborhoods we live in and their resulting physical and social context dictate many of our decisions around health. However, many communities around the world don't live in places that support their right to a healthy lifestyle. These inequalities result in families that are daily deprived of basic human needs, such as food, housing, or even internet. Putting it simplistically, this has occurred because of a disconnect between policymakers that are deciding what the urban fabric and livability of a place should be, perhaps without considering the voices of communities that live their day-to-day lives in these places. In fact, communities know what they need in order to be resilient and thrive, and what environmental changes can make their neighborhoods more livable. Measuring livability is the next step to amplifying these voices for decision makers to hear and support the process of moving and shaking and sausage making to improve livability. However, one of the largest challenges is having robust data sets with both perceptions of neighborhood environment and health information. For my dissertation, I am partnering with Data Haven, a nonprofit in Connecticut with the mission of empowering people to create thriving communities. One of Data Haven's programs, the Connecticut Community Wellbeing Survey, houses a statewide data set with population-level data on health as well as perceptions of where people live. Analyzing the survey data can help us better understand whether or not the survey questions actually represent people's perceptions of livability of their area, which we can then use to see if livability is related to health. Measuring livability within public health research and within the broader social sciences can help us better understand what people identify as livable about their neighborhoods, how that can be strengthened, areas of improvement and changes residents want to see to make their neighborhoods more livable. The pandemic has changed the way we live, and now more than ever, it is important to invest in the creation of livable places to support a healthy, thriving life for all. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Evgenia. I'm from Ukraine. In Ukrainian language, hello, we say вітаю, and goodbye, it's до побачення. First we fast, and after this, last week before Easter, it's we prepare house, we clean windows, we clean all house, we bake bread, traditional Easter bread. Its main ingredients, it's yeast, flour, milk, eggs. And all housewives have own unique recipe because everybody put different spices in this. And on these pictures, it's my house bread I baking with my son. Also, we dyed eggs, and all the stuff we put in Easter basket and we go to church. Yeah, this is on these pictures you can see dyed eggs. What we on Sunday take them to the people and sharing, exchange them. And we prepare this, we put this all in basket and we go to church. We need come in church in the middle of night of Saturday, and we stay in church all night and we receive sunrise. And after this, when it's all done, everybody bring food and church people blessed this. And we start and celebrate Easter. When we go outside, we eat our bread, we exchange eggs, we tell to everybody Christos воскрес. It's In English, it means grass is rising. And a person supposed to tell us воистину воскрес. It's what meaning truly rising.
When I was in Australia, some of the animals I saw were a koala, a dingo, a Tasmanian devil, a wombat, and a kangaroo. In comparison to my region of South Dakota, a kangaroo are like a deer here. So there are road signs that alert drivers to kangaroo crossing, just like you might see a sign on the road that says deer crossing. We hunt deer and make many different edible dishes with their meat, like deer jerky or deer steaks or deer burgers or deer sausage. Well, kangaroos are used the same way. When I was in Australia, I tried the kangaroo steak. I liked it about as much as I like deer meat.
So these are two photos of me hunting. If I'm not at school, if I'm not working, you can usually find me in the woods somewhere or hunting. Like Anita said, and Anita talked about earlier, she was talking about her animals and how around here deer is very, very popular. I personally really like the taste of deer, other than what Anita implied too. I think it tastes really good. So yeah, my main species that I hunt are deer, turkeys, and pheasants. This guy on the left here in the far left picture, I'm on the right, and this is my buddy on the left. He's my buddy. We've been hunting together ever since we could drive. And before that, we still found a way to hunt. But so that's kind of a special friendship that I have and a cool bond. So yeah.
So something I like to do with my family a lot is like go on walks or hikes, mostly hiking, but we like to go, like any new places we go, we usually like to fit a hike in there. So the bottom picture is us hiking at Black Elk's Peak, and I think that's around like Hill City, Black Hills area. And then the top picture is the Badlands, and then the bottom right picture is in Central Park, which is actually very, very big. So that was a longer walk too. But I like to like look at all these areas and how they're different, because you can definitely see that like the Badlands in the top picture is very dry and rocky, and then Black Elk's Peak in the very bottom left picture is also like very mountainous, but has a lot of trees, so it has a lot of life compared to like the Badlands. And then Central Park was definitely a lot of like normal outdoors, like looking like grass, trees, but it was very life, like a lot of life was going on rather than like any mountain life or anything. But
Korean is annyeonghaseyo, and goodbye in Korean is just annyeong. So my first picture is at my parents' lake cabin. This is in South Dakota. It's up north, about an hour and 45 minutes away. It's on the border of South Dakota and Minnesota. So it's really long lake. So on one side is South Dakota and on the other side is Minnesota. And so me and my siblings like to go up there a lot. On the very left photo is me and my siblings and my grandma. I'm the oldest. On the left, my sister Katie is the middle child, and she's on the right. And then Cole is my brother, and he's the tallest one back there. It's a very pretty lake. We love to go fishing. As you can see, I caught a fish off the dock, and I take my boyfriend up there. We've been up there. He's been up there a couple times. So we love to go up there and fish. We bring our dog, and which is that little white dot on my very right photo. His name is Brad. He loves to come too. So.
And then something that I really like to do is traveling. The middle picture is a river in Costa Rica that I was able to go to my senior year of high school. And then I also like to do new things. Tattoos is a big thing for me, I guess. Just trying to represent a significant event or moment in my life. And mark it on my body.
I like to go outside and go hiking, hammocking, and rollerblading. So here's just some places that I've been. The top left one was at Minnehaha Falls in Minnesota. The top middle one and the top right one are just from spring break. I went to Colorado. So that was very cool to see mountains like that because we do not have that here in South Dakota. So I was very mind blown. And then the bottom one is just here at McKinnon Park, just a nice stroll. And then the bottom left one is another little national park that is by my home in Minnesota.
I love to watch sunsets and sunrises. These are a few from places I've been. So the top middle one is on Augie's campus, as well as the bottom right. The top middle is like in the middle of campus, it's a sunset, and then the bottom right is sunrise, and I love watching them. I try and get up to see them in the morning and then go back to sleep. And then the other ones, the ones that have bodies of water, those are in Florida, and those were just always beautiful. And then the one on the far left is in Nashville. So I get it whenever I get a chance, and the sunset or sunrise is very pretty, I try and take a picture.
And then my last one is substitute teaching. This past fall, I got my subbing authorization so I could help out at my local school back home. And also substitute teaching was a way for me to gain classroom experience. As I was put to a stop due to COVID, luckily we were able to slowly start getting into certain schools. This has been a great way for me to know what I would do and not want to do in my future classroom. Like I subbed in the same class for a week during my spring break, and I had my first cry as a teacher, like it's in a substitute teacher, because it was the toughest class in the building, but I definitely learned a lot from the experience. And I feel more confident going into the teaching career because of this. And that first picture is of me and my sister. I actually had to sub her during Christmas break. She's in high school, which high school is not where I want to teach. And that's what goes with that second picture is my first day as a sub. And that was in a kindergarten classroom, much better than high schoolers.